Hey everybody, it's James Freeman. Many of you probably saw the live stream that myself and Direct D did to raise money for Corners News' Ismael Rincon, who's been arrested for failure to appear on some bogus charges from a year ago. If you already know the whole story, great. If you don't just tune out because you see he got arrested for failure to appear. Check out what happened. This was a court error. The story began about a year ago with Ismael and HBO Matt and a couple of other cop watchers who were driving around in Livingston, Texas, recording police activity. Officer Simmons with the Livingston Police Department noticed them pass multiple times and decided to pull them over, claiming that they were suspicious for simply being in the area. I'll play a little clip that shows you a little bit of how stupid Officer Simmons is and then explain to you the charges that these folks ended up with.
They say they don't speak English, so I'm trying to find out why they're here, what they're doing, why are they being suspicious. And I can stop anybody that's acting suspicious. Go on his ID. Texas law says if you're acting suspicious in a suspicious place, I can get your ID. I can ID you, I can stop you, I can find you out what you're doing. You're not going to tell me what the law is. I know what the law is.
3802, failure to ID requires an arrest.
Okay, then that's what I'm about to do.
For what?
For being suspicious, for failing to ID.
So this video is about 19 minutes long. I'll put a link in the description to the entire video. It's highly entertaining. These cops are absolute morons. But in the interest of time, I'm not going to show the entire video here today. Basically, they ended up schooling these cops on Texas ID laws. The cops tried for 20 minutes to get their IDs, never got them. Everybody left with no charges. It was later on that the DA came and charged all four of the people in this car with organized crime. No, I'm not kidding. They charged them with organized crime for recording police as a group. Now, here's how stupid these people are. Organized crime is an enhancement on top of an already existing crime. And in the state of Texas, you can only use the organized crime enhancement on certain charges such as rape, murder, and some other serious felonies. So the best way I could describe it is it would be kind of equivalent to committing a hate crime versus just a regular crime. So initially, say you beat the crap out of somebody, beating the crap out of them is a crime. Now, if you beat the crap out of them specifically because of their race or religion or because they're gay, now it's enhanced to a hate crime. But there had to be an initial crime in the first place in order to have the enhancement. In this case, they charged them with the enhancement without ever even alleging an initial crime. Yes, this is absolutely retarded. Now, of course, no prosecutor should have ever moved forward with charges like this, but they did. And they even got an indictment on HBO Matt and Corners News. But nobody has heard anything about this for about a year because nothing's happened and no court dates have been set. Well, just a few weeks ago, Travis E. Kitchens Jr., State District Judge, set a court date for May 23rd, 2023 at 9 a.m. for an arraignment for Ismael Rincon. They're required by Texas state law to notify Ismael personally, but they didn't notify him at all, and they don't even claim that they did notify him. Instead, they notified his bail bonds company, which says here, Action Bail Bonds. Problem is, Action Bail Bonds isn't his bail bond company. It's Alamo Bail Bonds. So they didn't tell Ismael about his court date, and they notified the wrong bail bonds company. Therefore, Ismael had no idea about the court date, therefore he didn't show up. Records show that on the day of his court date, he was not present, his name was called 3 times, and there was no answer. Therefore, a warrant was issued for his arrest, for him to be arrested and put in jail with no bond by Judge Kitchens. Even the court's own records showed that when they tried to notify Action Bail Bonds, which isn't even the right bail bonds company, that there was an error because the email address that they sent it to wasn't even an accurate email address for the bail bond company that they were trying to send it to, which wasn't even the right bail bond company. But Judge Kitchens still proceeded to put out a warrant for Ismael Rincon. Ismael is a husband and a father to 4 children. He owns a business which he uses to provide for himself, his family. Since Ismael has been in jail on Judge Kitchens' mistake, he's been unable to provide for his family. Yesterday, myself and Direct D did a live stream to raise money for an attorney to help get him out of jail. At this point, the court and Judge Kitchen knows that what he did was wrong and knows that it was a court error, but still hasn't issued an order for Ismael to be released from jail. At this point, we're asking for 2 things. There's a link in the description for a fundraiser to raise money for attorney's fees for Ismael, also to help take care of his family since he hasn't been able to work. If you have the means to help out, then please do. But if you don't, Please don't put yourself in a bad situation for this. We will make sure his family is taken care of. If you can't help his family financially, there's some other things that you guys can do to get involved also. Contact information for the judge and court that royally screwed this up is in the description below. Please reach out to them and let them know that the entire world is watching. I don't expect that any restitution will ever be made for what's been done to Ismail and his family because of Judge Kitchens. But at the very least, let's push to get him back home. Anything that you guys can do to help, even if it's just to reach out with a phone call or an email, is greatly appreciated by all of us. Thank you for everything that you guys have already done to help Ismail and his family out, and thank you for continuing to do so. We'll see you guys on the next one.